Greetings, this is Juno, and welcome back to some more Trials of Mana. This time we are going through the prologue of Angela. And last time we went through the prologue of Duran. Gonna be going through obviously we're gonna go through every single one before I start my full playthrough. My first path, I should say.
In Altena, the kingdom of magicians, the true queen's magic was all that kept the freezing temperatures of the surrounding snowy lands at bay.
Yeah, that seems like the best idea. Just plop your kingdom right in the middle of like the Arctic.
Bit by bit, the ice and cold began to encroach on the castle.
Yeah, maybe you should like find a different place to set up.
We all feel the magic draining from the land as mana weakens. For our mighty kingdom of Altena, this is of grave concern. We shall not sit idly while our country crumbles.
Shouldn't live in the middle of the Arctic.
No, we must open the forbidden portal
to the
sanctuary of mana, and then we can obtain the sword.
I'm trying to think of like
mana.
real world. What would be like some of the real world equivalent of
Be still.
Of a town that was positioned poorly.
To the sanctuary of mana only appears after activating the mana stones throughout the world. Obviously, no country would willingly give up a precious mana stone.
I'm like thinking of like I can't remember what town it was. I remember there was a town that it had a dam. This was a long time ago. It had a dam and it broke and like flooded the whole entire town.
Queen will obtain the sword of mana to rule her magic empire.
Usually people are smart enough not to
Glory to Altena.
Place it somewhere dangerous. Usually. I guess there's Pompeii. There's also Pompeii.
Please.
Hush! No need to shout, Your Highness. Honestly, you know, I used to be the sharpest of the great magic users in the Altena.
Not very sharp anymore, I don't think.
Whoa, hang on. I do not need another trip down your winding memory lane. Just teach me the rest of yesterday's lesson.
Why all of yesterday's lesson? Why not today's lesson?
I've told you time and time again. You cannot use magic simply by learning the steps. Your magic has not manifested because you rely on form instead of spirit.
It's a shame.
Oh, please, not another
I mean, you
lecture.
could invest into spirit. You could also invest
Fine,
into
I just
intellect.
won't ask for lessons anymore then. Take that.
Also could invest into strength for some reason.
Oh,
I don't know why.
this child.
Her fire spells are... All of her fire spells are based on strength for some reason, even though you don't... Pretty much investing in the strength is not very good for Angela.
Hey, Victor!
As much as, obviously, others.
Oh, morning, Your Highness. Have you finished your magic lessons already? You know, Jose complains to me whenever you skip lessons,
Don't
right?
you know how she works there,
Please
Victor?
Consider my plight next time, Your Highness.
I don't think she really considers much of anything but
princess
herself.
and heir to the throne of Altena. With a heavy burden dogging her steps, Angela grew up fatherless in the shadow of her mother's royal duties.
Fatherless?
Her
Where's the
childhood
father?
was extremely lonely.
I mean, I'm
Instead
pretty
of
sure I
affection
know
from
who
her
the
mother,
father
it
is.
seemed
But
all she
they
received
go
were
and say
scoldings.
that she's fatherless, but don't actually say
Though
what.
She knew that the queen had important responsibilities.
They don't
that kept
actually
the two
say
from
what
playing.
happened to the father.
That
I
knowledge
don't know why I said father.
didn't stop
Father.
Angela's frustrated tears.
Don't have anyone that like could play with her or something?
Starved for attention, the princess grew into a rebellious youth. She often acted out, playing pranks on members of the court. Though Angela became a renowned beauty, much like her mother,
she don't know spell.
Woefully unable to wield the magic power of her bloodline. That lack of talent was never far from her mind.
I wonder how hard it is to learn a spell in the...
Why does nothing ever happen around here?
Yeah, here's some more maps. There is the throne room. There is... I think I did make a map of that, but there's no treasure in the throne room. So, there's also a basement area here, but we can't get into it yet. There's also some treasure we can't get right now because they're behind locked doors. I wonder in like how long it would take, because there's obviously like people in the Mana series that learn spells without the elemental spirits, so it must take a long time to learn it without the elemental spirits. Mental boost. Magic shield. Damn, she's really good at a lot of investment into spirit. Yeah, the only person who learns magic shield. The only person that learns magic shield is Charlotte, and you have to invest a lot into spirit. Oh, dang, she's pretty good at magic. At support magic. Here's another map. There's not too much in the courtyard. I'm usually skipping most of the extra dialogue because a lot of it's not too important. It's a lot of obvious stuff where it's like, oh, we're gonna invade Altena or whatever. We're gonna do this and do that. Stuff that you would already learn anyway. Just yeah.
The Crimson Wizard is training the mages harder than ever. I heard some were injured, but I suppose that's one of the dangers of war.
Maybe they need to get stronger.
I'm not sure.
The weak die, big deal.
Might be as powerful as Her Majesty the Queen now.
Oh, there you are.
I mean, to be fair, we never actually see how powerful the Queen is.
I will wait for you in the gardens. Now is not the time to dawdle.
Please hurry, Your Highness.
Please hurry, Your Highness. At least most of the main character's dialogue, with the exception of Uwu, Charlotte the Uwu.
This is urgent. Her Majesty is preparing our troops to invade Valsena.
Most of the main characters are pretty good dialogue. Have pretty good dialogue.
Your Majesty, I believe you sent for me?
You just call her mother?
Angela, allow me to explain. As you know, we must control the Mana Stones to gain access to the sanctuary.
We're running on a manor.
That is the reason for our invasion.
Gotta keep up on the manor.
Legend says if we activate the energy of the Mana Stones in the world, the portal will open.
What legend would that be?
We don't question legend. We shall begin with the Mana Stone.
You don't question my authority.
How will you do that?
Yeah, what the heck does she have to do with it?
We will use a forbidden magic spell, outlawed because it takes the life of the enchanter in exchange for that mana energy. However, my associate and I are too important for this sacrifice.
Okay.
If we use your body as a vessel,
I mean, to be fair, do you specifically have to use her?
Your death would act as the catalyst we need to release the Mana Stone's true power.
But
yeah, I don't know.
Mother.
You've been a
they
useless
unlock
blood
the mana.
on my lineage
They
for
unlock
far
the
too
mana
long.
stone anyway,
To
even
think
without
that my daughter
Angela.
could be so weak and powerless.
Obviously, they were able
Under
to.
these circumstances, sacrificing yourself for the spell is the most fitting end for my heir. Now come, my child.
You are disappointment. You're better off dead.
She's gone.
He vanished. Yeah, they never explain how or why or anything. They're just like, oh hey, she has the ability to somehow teleport. Never uses it ever again, so. Loading, 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 load. Yeah, now we're in the frostbite fields outside of the castle.
No.
That makes you wish that you have more. Yeah, why does all the mages dress skimpily
Outside the castle.
if everything around them is basically like the Arctic?
I can't return, but I have no idea what to do now.
Well, obviously not being
Wasn't there
here.
a village to the east? That might be my only option at this point.
There's a good portion of the area you can't actually go to. Because at some point we're gonna just skip ahead to Albrand. And more tutorial. Yeah, like I said, every single character has their fight tutorial.
Don't struggle.
Yeah, Angela kind of has like probably the hardest beginning out of any of the characters because she just... The problem is that she just doesn't have her abilities until like a good portion of the game. For a good portion of the game. It's even with Charlotte, Charlotte has healing, so she has some sort of. This is much longer that Angela doesn't have as much. Granted, though, she does learn Holy Bolt faster than anyone. More treasure here and there. Not to mention the Sajins are probably a little tougher than the Rabbites too. No, they're not that much more difficult. Talk a lot. I'm going to invest a little bit into Spirit first with Angela. Well, it's not really going to matter too much with this prologue because I didn't continue with this file. I just wanted to show off the prologue. I'll be skipping all the prologue sections whenever you get the option later when you meet up with one of your teammates. We're just gonna pop over here. Wow, it took a while to show the training little tutorial. But yeah, I'm gonna skip past. Like you get the when you meet up with a party member, you get the option to play their prologue, and I'm gonna be skipping past that because I'm obviously gonna do all of the prologues and upload them all. And Candace. I've like followed like my maps and stuff, and I've maxed out on candies before. It's just how many candies they throw at you. You should be fairly good at at most of the items. With most of the items, I mean. Ah, itchy nose. Yeah, like I said, Angela kind of has difficulty at the beginning. And everything past this point, obviously, you can't get yet.
It's too cold. I can't take another step.
Yeah, probably doesn't help with your dress.
I want to go home. Please, Mother. Please.
And she's dead. Just kidding. Though it is playing the game over. The same theme for the game over. Not like I hear it very often. I'm trying to think if I ever did. I may have at one point, but I don't think I have. I don't think it's usually for that I get a game over in this game, especially on normal mode.
Where am I?
Most of the early on stuff, especially with normal mode, isn't that difficult. Also, I don't really find much point of going on to hard mode unless I just...
Oh, good, you're awake.
Things just take a little bit more hits.
My daughter found you in the snowfields. We brought you back to Orent. Oh, please rest until you feel well.
Man, you guys went pretty far into the snowfields.
Cheery, look! Our guest woke up!
Yay! Can I play with her? Huh? Can I?
No.
Yeah, did she like get you? Because I can't imagine a little kid dragging a... Oof. Big oof for Angela. Yeah, I can't imagine a little kid dragging even someone at
I'll go for a walk to boost my mood.
You might see now there's the I have the chain abilities on the map, but obviously you can't get this one yet. I'll note about it later on when we come back here in one of the playthroughs. But we can't get that chain ability yet.
Ma'am, I don't know what to do. Please give me guidance.
I don't know where to go.
Sometimes people lose any last spark of hope and fall into the
like the other
despair.
Kind of funny that
when
pose.
That happens, you must go to Holy City Wendell and seek advice from His Eminence.
Must go to the equivalent of the Vatican, or whatever. You must see the Mana Pope.
Through the darkness of despair, you will need a guiding light. Go to Wendell, child. That is your.
I don't know how beneficial it would be for her to go to Wendell, even.
Come on! This fraud told me the same thing. Go to Wendell or whatever. All I asked was whether my next child was going to be a boy or a girl.
Yeah, that's not going to be very helpful. Might as well just be surprised. There's no point literally going on to almost the other side of the world just to find that out.
Holy City Wendell, huh? I don't know what awaits me there, but I guess it's bound to be better than getting caught here in my own kingdom.
Yeah, it's funny. You're
I'll go. I mean, nothing could possibly be worse than staying cooped up in the castle.
Yeah, might as well just...
And if I learn how to handle my magic, maybe my mother will...
I mean, cooped up in the castle, they would just freaking sacrifice you for the Mana Stone. Better off just to go off somewhere else, away from Altena.
Heart heavy with the Queen's rejection. Angela left Altena as a wanted criminal with a price
I find
on
it
her
funny
head.
that they say that she's a wanted criminal, but they never really send any like bounty hunters or anything after her. They just say, screw it. Screw it, not worth tracking her down. But yeah, anyway, that's Angela's prologue. Tomorrow we'll be doing Kevin's prologue. And then after that, obviously, we're going to go down the list to Kevin, Charlotte, so on and so forth. But yeah, anyway, I'm just going to end it off here. This has been Juno. See you guys next time. Bye-bye.